Welcome to this yoga for splits practice where we're gonna work on not just flexibility but also strength to make sure you're developing a healthy practice towards your splits. One important thing to point out here is that you are not required to go as deep as I go into some of the exercises to be able to do the practice. Anyone can do this practice to their current level of flexibility. You're gonna get the most out of the practice if you work focusing internally in your own body rather than looking externally and try to emulate the shape from someone else. So without further ado, we're gonna start directly in our wide knee child's pose. Allowing the forehead to drop down to the floor. Slowly close your eyes and take a few seconds to sink in, to tune in to this moment, to let go of anything unrelated to the practice. Try to feel aware of your breath. Of your whole body. And prepare mentally. Slowly coming to your tabletop position, hands, knees on the floor. We're gonna begin by activating our legs, starting by extending the right leg back, pointing the foot, engaging the right glute, and start by making pulses, sending the leg gently up and down. Try not to collapse onto your chest, push down, make sure you're active throughout your whole body. Slow movements through the leg. Great, slowly when you're ready. Bend the right knee, externally rotate the right leg, and with control send the right foot outside of the right hand. If it doesn't reach there, just bring it wherever you can bring it and then accommodate yourself so you have the foot parallel to the hands. Start sending your left knee farther back until you feel it's enough for you. Push onto the floor through the arms, take a deep inhale, look forward into a lizard. We start moving back and forth. Exhale, lean back to extend the right leg. Maybe the knee is not fully extended, that's alright. You can keep it bent, but we try to find a little bit more depth on every breath. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward, bend the knee. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward, bend the knee. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Great. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward for lizard. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward for lizard. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the right leg. Last two. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward. Inhale deep, exhale, go back. Last one. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward. Inhale deep, exhale, go back. When you reach here, engage your right quad, flex your right foot, come to the fingertips. If you need to use blocks, use blocks. If you cannot go super far, just stay here. And as you're progressing, you'll be able to maybe make the blocks smaller, maybe walk the hands farther. Engage your right quad, flex your right foot, and try to send the hands, the chest farther and farther. We breathe. Keep the right leg engaged and extended. Great, slowly walk the hands back. If you have blocks, you can use the blocks. If you don't have blocks, just hands on the floor. Take a deep inhalation, push onto the floor or onto the blocks with the hands. Try to lift the right foot off the ground. Maybe here. If you are more comfortable, you can make the blocks smaller. Maybe taking the hands directly on the floor. We breathe. Very good. Slowly drop the foot. And one more time, walk the hands forward, maybe without the blocks, maybe with the blocks. Do not worry if you cannot lift your foot yet. You can also bend your knee to try to lift the foot when we were doing that exercise, or you can try, and just with the action of trying, you're doing a lot already. Staying in our forward fold, trying to go a little bit deeper on every exhalation. Very good. And when you're ready, we're going to go one more time onto the lift. With or without blocks, that's on you. Take a deep inhale. Lift up. So even if you need to bend your knee to lift, you're still working here. If you can extend, that's even better. Slow and long breaths. Very good. And slowly, slowly drop the foot. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bend your right knee. Coming into a low lunge. You can use the blocks for your hands if you have them. If you don't have blocks with you, then you can bring the hands directly on top of your right thigh in this case. Engage your left glute. Send your hips forward, really push them forward. You want to feel a nice deep stretch on the left hip flexor here. And we breathe. Left glute strong. Spine long. Make sure you're not leaning forward towards the front leg. You're actually gently pushing away with your arms to try to become upright here. Proud through the chest. Very slowly, flex your left foot. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, kick the heel back to lift the back knee off the floor. Still keep yourself low. Don't go high. Just kick. Inhale deep, exhale, slowly, slowly drop the knee down. Inhale deep, exhale, extend the leg, kick. Inhale deep, exhale, drop with control. Inhale deep, exhale, kick to extend. Inhale deep, exhale, drop with control. Inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, drop with control. Let's do two more. Inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, drop. Inhale deep, exhale, kick to extend. Inhale deep, exhale, drop. Slowly when you're ready, hands either on the blocks or on the floor, and step back to your tabletop position, moving the hips to one direction, to the other. And when you're ready, we'll go on to our second side. Slowly extend the left leg back, engage the glute, push through the arms and start making pulses. So leg up and down. Keep your breath slow, deep. Great. Slowly, when you're ready, bend your left knee. Externally rotate the left leg. Send the knee towards you, and then with control land the foot outside of the left hand or as close as possible to it. Right knee goes back a little bit, coming to your lizard. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, lean back, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward, bend the knee. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Flexing through the foot when you extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward, bend the knee for lizard. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward, bend the knee for lizard. Inhale deep, exhale, go back, extend the leg. Let's do two more. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward. Great. Inhale deep, exhale, go back. Last one. Inhale deep, exhale, go forward. And inhale deep, exhale, go back. With or without blocks, we hold and we try to go a little bit deeper on every exhalation, on every breath, making sure the left quad is engaged. So the front leg, flexing through the front foot, and we're gently pushing down to the floor to activate through the leg. Trying to become longer on every inhalation, sending the chest forward, and on every exhale trying to find a bit more depth. Slow and long breaths. Very good. Slowly, when you're ready, walk with the hands back, with or without blocks. Take a deep inhale. We're going to try to lift up through the left foot, and we breathe, engaging through the quad, through the hip flexor, flexing through the foot. Great. Slowly, when you're ready, drop the foot down. Lengthen through the spine, walk with the hands forward. Again, try to find depth. Breathing deeply and slowly. Slowly, when you're ready, walk the hands back. Moving on to our second lift. Take a deep inhale, lift up. Engage your body. Very good. And with control, drop the foot. Lean forward, bend your front knee. With or without blocks. Either hands on blocks or hands onto the front thigh. Not on the knee, but on the thigh. Push back. Send the hips forward as much as you can to really feel it onto the right hip flexors. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, kick the heel back. Make sure the right glute is engaged. Inhale deep, exhale, drop down. Inhale deep, exhale, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, bend the knee, drop it down. Inhale deep, exhale, extend the leg. Inhale deep, exhale, drop the knee. Inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, bend. Inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, bend. Let's do two more. Inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, bend. Last one, inhale deep, exhale, extend. Inhale deep, exhale, bend. Slowly, when you're ready, drop down the hands to the floor. Step back to your tabletop position and move gently the hips one direction to the other. Great. Sit down onto your heels. Take a moment here. This may be a little bit intense for some. Feel free to take as much rest as you need to. For those that feel comfortable, we're going to move on, trying to use, if we have blocks with us, a couple of blocks. If we don't have blocks, maybe using a sofa, maybe a chair or a couple of chairs to help us stay with balance, but at the same time have some support. Because as we're getting deeper and deeper into splits, if we don't have splits just yet, we need to have some support to protect us from collapsing, which if we don't have enough flexibility and enough strength to hold us, it could potentially lead to injury. So with the support, we make sure that we can progressively move towards a deeper position in a safe way. So when we're ready, we'll start with the right leg going forward. I'm gonna use my blocks somewhere that feels comfortable, and I'm gonna start walking first with my front foot forward, keeping the foot pointed. Placing the blocks, but again it can be chairs or a sofa. Ideally you want one on each hand, but you can also have only one hand for support. With the hands, I'm going to press onto the blocks strongly, and then I'm going to start kicking the back heel to extend the back leg. Notice that now I have my back leg extended, my front leg is pushing down to help me with balance. I want to start testing how much weight I can let go of the hands, even though I can have always the hands there, but I try to make sure I'm building strength on the legs, on the lower body. I'm holding for 5, 4, slow and long breaths, 3. You don't have to go this deep. You can go a little bit less or more depending on where you are today. 2 and 1. Drop the knee and come back to your tabletop. Move the hips. Taking a moment. When you're ready, switch to the second leg. Again, sending the foot forward until we feel it's enough for us. Using the support to help us lift, lifting up, and then testing how much weight, how much energy we need to use with our legs and with our arms. And we breathe. Super strong on the legs. Kicking through the right heel back. Keeping the front leg engaged. 3 more breaths. 2, I'm shaking a little bit right now. And 1, slowly drop down and step back. If you're shaking because you're using a lot of energy, that's not necessarily something bad. The important thing is that you know when you need to use the help of the hands if it becomes too intense. Very good. We're going to repeat one more time exactly the same thing. Right leg forward, left leg back. We maybe help ourselves with the blocks. Maybe if you're very comfortable, you may not need to do that. And we try to hold for 5. Super strong through the legs. 4, if you felt it was easy or it was alright, you can always create a bit more depth. 3, 2, 1, drop down, step back, take a moment. Good. When you're ready, we're gonna go on to the second leg. Preparing, getting into the pose, and we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, knee down, step back, and release. Slow and long breath. This may be the end of your practice. If you feel this was already very intense, you can go into your resting position, do a little bit of finalizing postures to make sure you get into a nice Shavasana, or if you want to go a little deeper, already working on your splits, maybe closer to your splits, you can continue for the next few minutes. So if you're close to getting into the splits, we can use either books or blocks for our hips. So if I start with my right leg, I'm going to place the blocks where my right sitting bone would go. And I'm going to make sure I am sitting with my front leg bent. Once I reach, I'm going to try to extend the leg, making sure I'm squaring my hips. If this feels okay for you, then you can take one block away, which you can use as support to try to go a little bit lower. And notice that here I'm not just collapsing into it, I'm engaging my leg. That's why at the moment my knee's a little bit bent, and even if I'm extending fully, I'm still engaging. So my front quad is engaged. I'm pushing hard with my front leg down to the floor, and I'm making sure my back leg is engaged, trying to kick with my back heel back to the back of the room to try to work on those squaring action of the hips and on that stability in the pose to make sure I'm not just building flexibility on my hamstring and on my hip flexor, but I'm also building the endurance and the strength to hold me into the position. Slow and long breath here. If you can extend and lift the back knee off the floor, great. If not, that's also great. We breathe for 5, 4, 3, actively, 2, 1, slowly release. We can test the second leg. Sometimes happen that in one leg we are more open, or one side is more open than the other, so it's good to check first before trying to go into the full depth in both. And also different days will have different feelings in your body, so it's good to always start progressively. So because I know already that this is okay for me, I'm gonna go a step farther, trying to extend through both my legs, and we hold, engaging through both legs. Again, I'm shaking internally because I'm actually engaging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Step back. Take a moment. And if you felt comfortable with just one block and you feel you can go deeper, you can of course use pillows to go progressively down. But if you feel very comfortable, then you can try to go directly down towards your full splits. You can use blocks for support. You can also bring the hands directly down onto the floor. If you use blocks, you can make the blocks smaller as you're finding your depth, making sure you're engaging as you're getting into the pose. And when you're able, if you're able to move into full splits, then we engage as well and we hold for 10, 9, front leg engaged, back leg engaged, 8, 7, 6, 5, trying to square the hips, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly release. Take a moment. And when you're ready, we go directly to the second side. Super slowly in the descent to get towards your splits. You're testing continuously, slowly until you get to your maximum depth. And we hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Coming to your Vajrasana, your Thunderbolt. Feel free to go into your finishing postures and relax in your Shavasana when you're ready, and stay in your relaxing position for as long as you need. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you like the class, hit on the like button, subscribe to the channel, as that really helps me to keep creating these classes for you here on YouTube. Also, write in the comments what you like the most about the class, if this helped you in your practice and in your journey towards the splits. If you're enjoying my classes here on YouTube, first of all, thank you. I'm very glad that I'm able to help you in your journey into yoga. If you want to see longer classes, you may want to focus on particular skills like how to do splits, middle splits, headstand, pincha, handstand. Feel free to check my membership platform, where at the moment I have more than 120 classes, which vary from different levels, different skills, different styles of yoga, as well as different lengths, from 15-minute classes all the way up to 90-minute classes. Check out the link below to know more, and I will see you on the next one. Namaste.